Alright. So, here's the guidelines. Ito yung guidelines ni email, yan. Email sending guideline, the best email practices. So, email best practices and email warm-up. So, as you can see here, set up dedicated domain, which is, alam ko yung gamay nyo na to. Set up dedicated domain, all of the DMARC, DMARC, DKIM, all of the SPF. So, all of those records will be added. As well as meron tayong ginagawa another layer of setting up the dedicated domain sa Google, verifying it sa Google Postmaster, di ba? So, Google Postmaster. Now, meron din tayong tinatawag na dedicated IP. So, dedicated IP naman is if ever lalagpas ng, let's say, I think 1,000, ayun, 2,000. 2,000 emails per day yung sinesend mo. Hindi pala. Business sending more than 2,000 emails per week. So if your client's business, they are sending a lot of emails every week, like more than 200,000. So that's the time na kailangan na mag-set up ng dedicated IP. So ayan. So dedicated IP is $59 per month. So, yun nga, kailangan na dun talaga sa mga businesses na ano talaga, mainit talaga sila for sending email marketing or email marketing campaigns. Marami talagang sinesend na emails per week. So, aside from that, email validation, yan, verification, DMARC, that's already done. Use the from email. So, yung paggamit ng from email. Ayan. So, yung paggamit ng proper na from email, which we also discussed dun sa mga initial ano natin, adding the unsubscribe link, and number 7 is the double opt-in. So, double opt-in itself is a separate topic na yan. So, there's a lot of things. Kahit andito siya as just one section, pero there's really a lot of things that needs to be done for the double opt-in, which is papakita ko mamaya, and then after we create the snapshot, mas maging mabilis na yung double opt-in process na gagawin natin. And then stop sending to unengaged emails. So ito yung ito yung part ng email hygiene. So nire-remove mo yung mga DND, nire-remove mo yung mga nag-unsubscribe so that you will not sending automations to these people. Kasi nga, nag-unsubscribe na sila. And then send regularly, not too regularly. Di ba? Parang ano lang. Email warm-up, which is email warm-up, si ano na mismo gumagawa nito, si Go High Level na mismo. They have email warm-up process. If nakikita nyo sana. So, yun nga, as you can see here from Go High Level document na you really need to set up or to do double opt-in for your like reactivation campaigns, all of those things, para mas maganda yung email delivery ng hawak mo na sub accounts, di ba? So, ayan. Good evening, Jonah. Kamusta? All right. So, now let's start with the presentation. So, I've created short presentation for you guys. So, email marketing strategy, double opt-in, and email hygiene automations, as well as the assets that we need. So, why double opt-in matters? Protecting your email reputation. So, ang idea ng double opt-in, guys, is let's say nag-sign up sila ng form. Upon signing up sa form, merong checkbox doon sa baba that's saying na if you check this or if you click this checkbox, you will be added to our newsletter. You will receive email marketing, you will receive marketing and notification emails from our business. Something like that. That very short line. Tapos once i-check nila yon, meaning they given you permission para pumasok sa newsletter, email marketing campaigns na automation nung sub-account. Now, that part is already good practice. But the best way to do it is kapag na-receive na nila yung confirmation email, meron din doon another link na i-click nila, and that will verify their subscription to the newsletter or email marketing nung sub-account. So Yung verification link or verification, yun nga, verification link na yon, it will be redirect to a landing page. Kasi kailangan siya ng another activity outside email. And the landing page should be connected dun sa domain ni client. Or kahit hindi siya connected directly sa domain, as long as meron siyang proper na domain. Meron siyang proper na domain or subdomain. And then yung ano din ang link na din na yon is will be a trigger link. So, bakit yun na yung nagiging opt-in, double opt-in process. So let's say checking the enable or ticking the checkbox dun sa form, and then after receiving the confirmation email, there's another button or a hyperlink na i-click nila to confirm their opting in or their subscription to your email marketing database. Yon. So, yung mga email na sinesend sa kanila, they know na meron silang marireceive na emails and they approve na okay lang sa kanila na makareceive sila ng emails. So, with that kind of activity nangyayari sa email, that will bring a higher email score dun sa ginamit ninyong dedicated domain. So yun na yung purpose, yun na yung benefit ng pagkakaroon ng double opt-in. So madali lang siyang i-explain, or I hope you get the idea of the double opt-in, but later on papakita din natin how it really works. So protecting your email, that's the number one reason why it's important. Number two, avoid spam traps or cold leads. So we want to filter those bots, yung mga email bots na ginagamit, fake address, disengage contacts, before they will damage the email, the email metric or the email deliverability. So also quality over quantity. So we want to make sure na yung mga sinesendan natin ng marketing emails, mga promotion emails, mga announcement emails, all of those people really wanted to be to be part of your email sequence of the email. Gusto talaga na makareceive ng mga emails. So this is a non-negotiable. Again, this is very important, guys. This is non-negotiable for client system built to last. 'Di ba? Maraming gumagamit ng mga title na they are Go High Level experts, they build system for their clients, but if you don't know this process, medyo medyo alanganin siya in terms of the sustainability especially the email marketing part ni Go High Level. So, you want to make sure na yung email setup practices na ginagawa natin is will really help the email analytics and performance nung sub-account or nung business ni client. So, yan, double opt-in is the foundation of professional email marketing operations. So that's a very, very important take na kailangan yung malaman, right? And then the next part is double opt-in flow overview. So, di ba, sinabi ko kanina. So, what the user see? So, they fill out an opt-in form, receive a confirmation email. So, that's like a lead funnel, di ba? Or, yan, especially lead funnel, dyan talaga yung majority of time na pumapasok yung double opt-in. Clicks the confirmation link in the email, lands on a thank you page. And then, pwede po pa siyang add ng next step like appointment confirmation, appointment setup or calendar setup. So, pwede pa siya dun after nung thank you page. But, basta mag-land lang sila sa thank you page, then that's already a good process for the double opt-in. What JHL sees, so behind the scene, so it will tag pending opt-in, confirm subscriber, trigger links, confirmation click track, and then pipeline. Pwedeng merong pipeline, pwedeng walang pipeline, kahit yung tags lang, okay na yan. And then the automations, the welcome sequence initiated, Every action is tracked and triggered the next step in your workflow. So understanding both perspective ensures you build a system that delights users well while giving you the complete control and visibility in Go High Level. So the next part is the step-by-step setup. So gagawin na natin yung setup. So first is the form configuration. So gagawa muna tayo ng form. Let's say for example, ayan, punta tayo sa Go High Level natin. Oh, before creating the form, question guys so far. Question so far with the previous na mga na-discuss for the last let's say 10 minutes. Meron bang question? Can you type 1 if wala? And then if meron, then type the question sa chat. Wala bang question? Meron. 1. Okay, si Jean wala. Walang. How about the others? Good evening everyone. Habulin ko yung first part. Go. Hindi pa naman masyadong malayo, bro, JM. 2 daw. Ano 'yun? Ano 'yun? JC. JC 2.0. Ano 'yun? Good evening, Angie. Kamusta? Hello. Okay. All right. Di ba guys, ang dami nang nakafatom sa inyo ah. Ayun no, meron mga fatom recording. Remove natin yung iba. Nahawa na ba? Nahawa na ba sa mga ano natin? Alright. So, balik tayo dito sa discussion. So, ngayon, gagawin natin yung double opt-in setup. So, first thing is gagawin natin yung form. So, let's go to sites and then forms. And then dito sa forms, kahit yung default form lang, that will be okay na. Kasi depende naman, di ba, na gusto mong kunin. Basta ang pinaka-importante nun, of course, is the first name, last name, email. Yung tatlong yan. Yan yung very important. The phone number could be optional, pero going forward, kung gusto mong kunin yung phone number and then do SMS automation, then that's also good. So, gamitin lang muna natin yung default na form for now. So, ayan, click lang natin, required yung first name, last name, email. So, dito, sa checkbox, so by checking this box, I consent to receive transactional messages. So, instead of messages, lalagyan natin ng email. Transactional emails related to my account, orders, or services I requested. These emails And these emails may include appointment reminders, order confirmation, and account notifications among others. Email frequency. So instead na message, email yung gagamitin natin. Email frequency may vary. So, and then, lalagyan din natin ng another one. Yan. Lalagyan natin ng isa pa na may vary notification. These emails may include wait lang dito. Create an email opt-in checkbox. Ano yun? Ano yung okay na pala? Ayan. So, eto, maganda rin itong ilagay natin sa last. You can unsubscribe anytime. Yan. You can unsubscribe anytime with one click. One click in the email footer. This one is better. I I understand. And I understand I can unsubscribe at any time. So that's it. And then merong button. You can also add terms and condition dito but yun nga, it's not necessary. Pinaka-importante lang talaga dito is the checkbox. The checkbox will be the first opt-in na gagawin nung contact. And then the second opt-in is dun na sa confirmation email. So lagyan natin opt-in form. So lagyan natin ang number 1. Yan. So save. And then once save, Abi, yes. Once save, okay na tayo sa form. So balik tayo sa slide. So add the required fields. Dapat andun yung first name, email address. Keep the form short to maximize conversion. And then, pangalawa naman is the consent box. So for GDPR, CASL, so GDPR is the, ano na natin? GDPR guidelines for General Data Protection Regulations passed by European Union as well as the ano, ang tawag ng isa, Canadian. Yan. Yan, Canada's anti-spam law. So, we need to do the checkbox to abide the GDPR and CASL na mga laws. How about, this is general na guys. Regardless kung saang country na siya, as long as meron silang merong consent, 'di ba? Merong consent for them to be added to your email list. So regardless kung saang ano pa siya, saang country pa siya, this is the best practice talaga. So pwede namang walang ganito, pero yun nga, you are kapag let's say for example, nasaktuhan na yung contact is from Europe or from Canada. And then they will file a report. Magpo-file sila ng report na yung email na sinesend mo is hindi nagfa-follow ng regulation. So there's a huge possibility na mabablock yung email na gamit mo kasi nga wala kang GDPR and CASL na compliance. So for compliance, regardless kung anong country siya, it's very important to have this one. And then, of course, the button is sign up. Yan, let's try to do sign up. So save natin. So this is our first asset. Ito yung first asset natin, yung opt-in form. So yung second asset na naman na nagagawin natin is the landing page. Landing page, and then gagawa natin ng trigger link yung landing page as well as the automation later. Ayan. So gawa tayo ng landing page for the thank you. Gagawa tayo ng thank you page. So sites, kuha lang tayo ng template. So let's say yung mga basic lang na mga templates. Mhm. So let's say for example, yeah, for example this one. Tingin ko ano lang to, basic page lang to. Tapos lalagyan natin create a thank you page copy. Thank you page copy after clicking the trigger link. And training reminders, make it generic for all business. Ayan, para lalagay natin sa snapshot. Ayan, very nice. So, okay na tayo sa copy, yung page na lang. So, let's see yung email confirmation. Ito nga. Ayan. So, let's do this. Ito na. You're all set and email confirmed. And then copy yung, ayan. So, replace nyo na lang tong part na to if you're not satisfied with the design and everything and the copy. But at least we have another setup, another template. And then here's what happened next. So gawa tayo ng another headline. Yan. Mas gusto ko yung size nito. Centered. Copy lang natin. And then black. Yan. So copy. And then number 2. Yan. Number 3. Ayan, di ba? So we have 1, 2, 3 and then yeah, the company name sa baba. And then you can also replace itong nasa isang icon dito. So we're good with this one. Save lang natin siya. And then again, it's better na connected siya sa domain. So connect natin siya ng domain. Maghanap lang tayo ng domain na possible na pwede. So ito, this one, jbfunnels.site. So publish. And then we will remove the other. So isang page lang talaga to guys. Isang page lang siya for. So remove natin tong ibang pages. So, remove this one, delete. Yan. Mas mapapabilis din yung warm up process kapag dinoble opt-in mo sila. Kasi 'di ba sa warm up, our goal is for them to make a certain activity dun sa email na sinend natin. But for this double opt-in, ang daming activities or ang daming actions yung gagawin nila. Clicking the link, checking the confirmation email, all of those things. So, delete natin. And then, lagyan natin to ng proper naming. Kapag po ba yung form hindi nag-send sa email, ano pong problema nun? Yeah, tama si JC. Check the triggers. Check the email kung pumasok. Check the email kung pumasok siya. Thank you. Page. Yan. Email confirmation. And then, replace natin yung name. Double opt-in panel. Yan, save. So, we're done with the landing page. We're done with the form. Ang next naman is gagawa tayo ng trigger link. Alright, so balik tayo sa slides para So, landing page setup, proper thank you message, set clear expectation, check your inbox, we send you a confirmation email, click the link inside to complete the subscription, and get instant access. What instruction to include? Check spam, yan, tracking plus trigger link placement. So, okay. So actually guys, dalawang thank you page yung kailangan. Yung thank you page for the email confirmation, yung thank you page for submitting the form. So duplicate natin to. Thank you page confirmation. So dapat siya yung una. Use existing double opt-in funnel thank you page. And then remove natin tong Yan, tas edit lang natin to saglit. No, with this one. Yan, copy-paste natin. So this one, the first thank you page after they submit the form. Para andun yung instruction to check their email. Second thank you page is once they check the email, meron kasi doon na trigger link. So kapag i-click nila yung trigger link, mapupunta sila, mariredirect sila doon sa pangalawang thank you page. So, Control A and copy paste. Yan. So, create, ito, nalagay natin to. Welcome aboard. You are confirmed, welcome aboard, and then yung next na copy. Yan. What happened next is ito pala. Mali pala guys. Ito pala. We're almost there. Almost there. And then, one last step. So, try natin. Lagay natin dito. One last step. No, ito. Or, try natin. Ilagay na lang dito lahat. And then let's add one more. Yan. Copy paste. Lagay tayo ng bullet points. Yan, di ba? Then, last one, duplicate lang natin. Yan. And then this part, this confirms. Ayan. So, thank you. You're almost there. You're officially registered. But before we can send you anything, there's one last important step. And then this part, pwede na natin tong i-remove. So, like, ito na yung thank you page. So, lalagyan lang natin additional na padding para mas mataas yung facing sa baba. That's okay. Okay na yan. Okay na to. Publish. So again, we have two na thank you page. First, after they submit the form. Second, after they click the trigger link. So, Okay na tayo sa landing page setup. The next naman is the email confirmation. So, email confirmation, number one. So, we will create an email confirmation. So, I highly suggest to create the emails dun sa email template. Hindi dun ika-copy paste lang sa automation. So, mas maganda na email templates. So, create email templates. Let's say, for example, I have here template number one. Try nga natin to. Preview. And for example, this one, ito yung email template. So, duplicate natin. Clone. Um, Double opt-in email template. Double opt-in template one. So, preview ko lang to para makuha ko yung logo, logo image. And this one. Ayan, so replace ko lang to. Ayan, logo here, blah, 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 blah. And then this part as well. Ayan. Tapos, of course, very important na andyan yung unsubscribe na link. So, unsubscribe to the email. 'Di ba? Sabi natin dun sa email practices, dapat add the unsubscribe link. So, dapat andun siya. And then, the next part is the copy. So, balik tayo dito, create confirmation email copy. Ayan. So, please confirm your email. Alright. So, gagawin natin to. Okay, okay. Let's do this. First is the copy. Hi, click the link. Ito, maganda tong copy na to. Ayan. Hi, first name. So, yan yung, of course, di ba? So, ang ginagawa ko dyan, 16 always yung, tapos 1.75 line height. And then, double spacing. Yan. Yan. Tapos, yan. Why I need to confirm. Minsan, nilalakihan ko to, itong subheadline na to. And then, lalagyan natin ng bullet. Di ba guys? Yung snapshot na makukuha nyo mamaya, sobrang detalyado na. Imposibleng, ano na to, posibleng hindi nyo magagamit to. So, ayan. 16, 1.75. Thank you. Then, lagyan lang natin one more space. Okay. So, if we preview, ito dapat lagyan natin ng custom value na account name. Account name. Location name. Ayan, location name or account name. Tapos, save muna natin. And then, lagyan natin ng subject line. Subject line, please confirm your email. And then, mali. And then, lagyan natin ng preview text. Ayan. Tapos, yung from email, dapat maganda yung setup ng from email. So, save. Okay, so we have asset number 3. So una, form. Pangalawa, yung dalawang thank you pages. Pangatlo is the confirmation email. 'Di ba? And then, pang-apat is the trigger link. Kasi as you can see here, trigger link, confirm email. So, yan yung gagawin natin next. So, balik tayo dito. Duplicate lang natin. So, let's go to marketing and then go to trigger links. And then after the trigger links, add tayo, create tayo. Lagay natin dito, double opt-in. Di ba? Paulit-ulit lang yan. Tapos link nung second thank you page. Yung pangalawang thank you page. This one. So copy-paste natin yung link and then save. Tapos, we're done with copy lang natin yung trigger link. Sayang. Ni-remove natin yung button kanina. Pwede sana yun. Maganda sana yung button. Lagyan natin ng button guys para mas fancy. Ayan, mas maganda yung button. Okay. Lalagay natin dito, custom value trigger link. Where's the trigger link? System emails, estimate. Ba't nila tinatanggal yung trigger links? Campaign right now. Ano itong right now? Okay, hindi. Affiliate, estimate, payment links. Wala talaga. Lagay na lang natin, trigger link dyan. Ayan. Tapos, confirm email. Confirm email. So, ang gagawin mo, duplicate lang natin, and then tatanggalin lang natin hanggang dito. Yan. Tapos, drag lang natin sa gitna. Tapos tatanggalin natin hanggang dito. One more. Ayan, di ba? So, andito na yung trigger link para mapupunta sila dun sa, ayan. So, save na natin yung template. This is all good. All good in the hood. Tapos, i-connect lang natin yung form dun sa pangalawang thank you, sa unang thank you page. So, thank you. Replace lang natin to. Thank you page. Meron pa. Wait lang. Ayan, submit na lang siguro. Submit dash thank you. And then, copy-paste natin to. We will connect this to the form. So, mas maganda nga guys yung form nasa landing page, di ba? Connected sa landing page. So, let's see. Try natin. Try natin gumawa ng um, siguro ito. Duplicate natin to. Add, and then let's say home or, ayan, home. And then, create business development. Tapos yung landing page. Okay lang kahit hindi parehas yung branding. You can replace the branding naman later. Importante, makita nyo yung sequence. So, attach na lang natin yung form dito. Ayan. Tapos, when they click the link, where's the link? Hindi ito link. Button. Where's the button? Yan, okay na yan. Yan, as long as the button is there and then the action, open pop-up, tapos pop-up, edit. Yan, replace natin to with the form. And then redirect action, pop-up settings. Next step, which is the thank you page. So all good. Right? And then thank you page. And then trigger link dun sa email confirmation. So we're done connecting the four main asset. Yung form, thank you page, after form submitted, and then the email, confirmation email, trigger link, and then another thank you message after they click the trigger link. So i-connect na natin lahat to using automation. So 'di ba, automated naman syempre. So, load lang natin. We have here that home thank you confirmation. So, go to automations and yeah, got it. So, the first workflow, delete. Wait lang, ang daming new workflow ah. Wait lang guys. Now, OC. Okay. So, first automation is the confirmation email. So, start from scratch. So, of course, form submitted. Basic lang to na workflow. Ayan. So, form submitted. And then the opt-in form. Ayan. First, form submitted. And then the second one is the email. So, yung next steps nito, kayo na bahala. Kung ano yung lalagay nyo pang additional na like CRM, pipelines, ganun. Kayo na bahala. Basta ang importante lang, yan. Importante lang itong double opt-in email. And then, if else na, if they click the trigger link, they will added. So they will receive a subscribe na tag. So basic lang naman siya. But very important. So gusto ko lang makita yung gagamitin nating dedicated domain. Kung mail.jvfunnels.site pa din ba? So email services. Okay, so this one. Gamitin lang natin to. Balik tayo dito. So from email, and nalagyan lang natin ng team at. And then dito naman, JV funnels. So all good. Opt-in, confirmation, and then bug. Ay, opt-in confirmation. Okay na yan. Tapos, the second is the if-else. So, kayo na bahalang mag-customize nito guys ha. Depende sa kung ano yung gusto nyong i-build na system sa client. So, ito naman, email events. Events. Okay, hindi lalabas yung email events kasi kailangan pa natin i-reload. Cancel. Confirm. So, reload muna natin to para lumabas yung email events. So, if else, and then select events. Kailangan pala ng wait. Okay, sorry. My bad, my bad. Yan, wait. And then, imbes na time delay, go for trigger link clicks. Ayan, trigger link click. So, trigger link is the double opt-in. And then, once they click the trigger link, so pwede mong lagyan ng, mas okay na wag na lang lagyan ng timeout. So, wait, and then, trigger. Grabe, multitasking Galing Trigger, link, click, and then, so the first email, and then the next is to add the tag. Add contact tag. Again mo dyan, subscribe. Or if you want a more unique tag, then okay lang din. Ikaw bahala. So add tag, subscribe. Subscribe. And then, that's it. Actually, yan na yan, guys. Yan lang naman yung kailangan natin. Diba? Very basic lang naman siya. Let's go back to our slide kung meron akong nakalimutan before we test. So, ayun na. Okay na yung confirmation email. Trigger link setup. Okay na din. Meron na tayong na-setup kanina. So, create, confirm email, trigger link, yung button. Configure the tag. So, yung nilagay natin na tag na subscribe. Add to confirmation email. And call to action button. Yun nga. So, trigger link into your email templates, call to action button. And then, ayan. So, email hygiene na yung next. Pero, test muna natin yung double opt-in na process. Okay. Before we proceed with the testing, confirm lang natin kung naka-follow sa process. Okay? Confirm lang natin. So, ganito yung situation, alright? Ganito yung magiging scenario. Let's say, for example, gusto ni client, we have 50,000 emails and I want them to be added to our newsletter. What's the best approach to do it? So, pwede mo silang sendan kaagad nung blast email na 50,000 contacts, one blast email, boom, sabog yung email delivery mo. Daming bounce, madaming di ba? So, the first thing you need to do is, of course, to verify the contacts. Verify mo muna yung contacts, their email, if their email is active. That's the first thing. The next thing to do is the reactivation campaign or opt-in. So, let's say for example, ayan, verify mo muna yung contacts. For example, this lead. So, click mo lahat ng selected lead and then email verification. Kung hindi lalabas yung email verification, punta ka muna sa settings and then scroll down. Scroll down if naka-turn on tong verify email. Ito ay, yan. Dapat naka-turn on yan. And then go to agency settings. Meron ding another one setting dun sa agency settings. Yan. Pero, ayan, hanapin nyo na lang. Mabilis lang naman yun, guys. So, for example, your reactivating campaign, pwede mo silang sabihan na, hey, if you want to subscribe to our newsletter, click this link. Ang link na yon papunta sa landing page, sa first landing page. It could be the first landing page or possible na ito talaga yung lead funnel ninyo. Sa lead funnel ninyo, ito yung additional process na pwede nyo pang i-add para tumaas yung email delivery. Para dun talaga sa inbox pumapasok yung mga emails ninyo. Para less likely, like almost less than 5% na mapupunta sa spam. So once you are here, click mo yung join mass, ayan nga. They will click the button and then they sign up, they will click the box, and then makaka-receive sila ng confirmation email. So papasok sila dito sa workflow. They will receive the first confirmation email, and then dun sa confirmation email, as you can see here, meron tayong one button na confirm email. Ayan, itong confirm email. Once na maklik nila itong confirm email, it will activate the trigger link. So, yung gagawin lang ng trigger link is to send e-signal or to send an activity na na-click nung contacts or yan na, contacts yung button, and then we added a waiting time na kapag na-click nila yung trigger link, they will be added a tag na subscribe. And then after they click the trigger link, again, mapupunta sila sa thank you, sa another thank you page, yan, which is the second page. Ito, the second thank you page. Yan, you're all set, email confirmed. Now, question so far before we test the process. Question so far before natin matest yung process. Can you type 1 if no, 1.5 if merong question, and then add your question below sa chat. Okay, 1 naman daw. So, okay, let's do this. Go to this link and then test the process while I'm also testing it sa end ko. So, let's say for example, I add my email address. So, gagamit tayo ng this. Mas maganda na wag disposable email yung gagamitin. Kasi kung disposable email, hindi kasi siya parang mas maganda personal email if meron. So, maghahanap ako ng personal email ko dito. Uh, Sige, let's do this. One more. Okay, so imbis na yan, ito na lang. John Lee. Ayan, this one. Tapos the phone number should be different. Yun. So, make sure na check nitong checkbox. So, by checking this box, and then click yung sign up. So, mapupunta tayo sa confirmation. Yan. So, thank you. You're almost there. The thank you page. Now, since andito tayo sa thank you page, makaka-receive tayo nung welcome email.
Basta welcome email na yung button. Tapos,
Yan. Ano na natin si. Tapos, share screen ako ulit. Okay, so share screen ulit. One more. Sige, ito na. Share screen. So dito, as you can see, JV Funnels, please confirm your email. So once you click this one, yan, nag-corrupt yung logo. Then click natin yung confirm email. And then once na confirm email, mapupunta ka sa you're all set, email confirmed. Step 1, you receive email from us, important updates, full access to future communication. So, ganun na yung double opt-in. And then, balik tayo dun sa isa nating ano kanina. Yan. Balik tayo sa CRM. Go to contacts. And then, ayan, as you can see, natag yung mga subscribe. Alright? Natag yung mga subscribe. And then, if we'll go to marketing and trigger links, yan, ma-analyze yan. Trigger links, analyze. You can see here, the number of people that click the double opt-in trigger link. And also, magkakaroon sila ng tag. So that's the automation na gagawin ninyo for your clients sa first initial part ng email marketing setup for them. So, ito talaga yung best practice. Okay? Siguro, especially kapag madami yung isisendan ninyo ng email, tapos hindi pa alam ni client na ganito dapat yung gagawin. So, propose this setup. Definitely, it will build a good reputation for you as the expert of that part of the email marketing part of the business. Alright? Gets ba yung process? Do you want the snapshot for this one? Gusto niyo yung snapshot? Kung ayaw nyo, edi wag. Okay, para mas mabilis, di ba? Mas mabilis yung ano. So, before we proceed with the snapshot, I have one more thing na ipapakita sa inyo. Now, there are few problems sa email marketing and yan, one more. Okay. So there are few problems sa email marketing na gagawin ninyo. And one problem is for those bounce, for those unsubscribed na mga contacts. So kapag i-click nila yung unsubscribe dun sa pinakababang email, then dapat hindi na sila makaka-receive nung mga email, like example, nurturing emails, reminder emails, di ba? Dapat hindi na nila marireceive yun para mas maganda yung email delivery. So, paano tayo makaka-create ng contacts makaka-create ng automation that will clean your contacts and remove all of those emails and contacts that are enabled or um, that are DND enabled. So do not disturb enabled, especially the email. So here's a very, very simple automation that you can do and will be included to the snapshot na meron tayo. So this one, create workflow. So you can do it from scratch or you can use the snapshot that we will provide later on. So trigger dito is the contact DND. So if the contact unsubscribe and contact DND and then filter DND flag is enabled, pwede for all channels. Ayan. DND flag enabled for all channels. Tas isa pa, email naman, email events, and then add filter, unsubscribe. Pwede dalawa, pwedeng complained. Wag pala, pwede pang mahilot yung complained or spam eh. Yung unsubscribe talaga dapat hindi na yan. Hindi na yan nahihilot, guys. So unsubscribe, save trigger, and then proceed tayo sa next step which is to remove tag. Yung remove tag, ba't wala yung remove tag? Ayan, remove contact tag. Meron dapat palang contact. Ayan. Remove contact tag na subscribe. Ayan. And then, anong nakalagay? Remove tag. Hindi naman, ayan. Subscribe. And then, the next is to add tag DND. So, DND. Okay. Mas maganda DND/email. Ayan. Mas maganda to. Mas specific. Then, add tag DND email. And then, the last part is to remove workflow, from workflow. So bakit natin sila nire-remove sa workflow? 'Di ba, if for example, nakaka-receive pa din sila nung reminders, nung mga email reminders for an event tapos they already unsubscribe to your email. So that's the time na kailangan i-remove sila dun sa mga next na mga email reminders. Kasi nga, gusto natin malinis yung contacts na sinisendan natin ng mga emails. This will be, kasi ngayon, may isip mo, ay okay lang, hindi ko sila gagawan ng email hygiene na automation or etong mga pagre-remove nung contacts sa workflow, pag-add nung DND na tag, okay lang, wag kong gagawin for now. But imagine, kapag lumalaki yung contact list nung business, etong mga bagay na to, yung makakaligtaan mo, and the problem from the small problem will get bigger and bigger and bigger. 'Di ba? Kasi sa una pa lang hindi mo na sinet up dun sa first part na wala pang masyadong bearing or hindi pa masyadong maapektuhan yung business ni client. Pero what if umabot kayo sa point na magsisend na kayo ng 50 emails per day? 'Di ba? marami na yung emails na sinesend ninyo per day, per week. So definitely, yung mga bounce rate nun, yung mga performance ng email delivery nun, very, very important na. Kasi di ba, example, 50,000 emails and then 1% yung error. So magkano yung 1%? 500. So yung 500 unsent emails just because nag-DND sila and then hindi mo sila ni-remove dun sa workflow, it will get bigger and bigger, magkakaroon ng problem dun sa dedicated domain na ginagamit mo. Imbis na na-warm up na yung dedicated domain, maganda na yung reputation, nagiging pangit kasi going forward, yung mga DND tag, hindi mo nire-remove sa mga workflow. Nakaka-receive pa din sila ng emails kahit nag-unsubscribe na sila. Well, sa end nila, hindi nila marireceive sa inbox, pero sa system na binibuild mo, sinesendan mo pa din sila. So, dun sa conversation, nagkakaroon ng error. So, yun yung ayaw nating gawin. So, remove from workflow and then all workflow except the current workflow. Pwedeng ito. So, ang gagawin lang natin, i-remove natin sila for those workflow, especially yung mga communication-related na mga workflow. For emails, ayan, SMS, if ever nag-DND din sila sa SMS. So, here, lalagyan natin email hygiene automation. Yan. And then publish and save. So, we have number two, and then we have number one na workflow. Medyo ano pala, wait lang. Rename natin kasi masyado nang marami yung number one. Lagyan na lang natin ng 2.0 tsaka 1.0 para later paggawa ng snapshot, guys. So, 2.0 slash email hygiene. Then, okay. So, yan. Question. Question so far, guys. Ano yung, meron ba kayong question dyan? Account snapshot. So, gagawan tayo ng snapshots. So, we will include the landing pages, create new, and then snapshot is double opt-in in JHL champs. Tapos sa demo. Yan. And then next, connect natin yung mga assets. And then I'll share the link here. So, kung sino lang yung nandito, sila yung merong snapshot, 'di ba? Swerte naman nung iba. Okay. So, ang kailangan natin is the custom fields, hindi naman necessary. Ang kailangan lang natin is email builder. So, ito. So, the first is the opt-in template number one. The form as well, kailangan natin yung opt-in form. Funnels, definitely. Yung double opt-in funnel. And then pipeline, not necessary. Review, not necessary. Tag, yan, kailangan natin yung tag. Yung, ayan, DND email, yung, uh, yung unsubscribe. Itong subscribe. Ayan, so yung dalawa lang. And then for trigger links, of course, kailangan natin yung trigger link. And then the workflow. Yan. Kailangan talaga natin yung workflow. The 1.0 and 2.0. Okay. So meron pa ba tayo? Kailangan aside from this? Okay naman siya lahat, no? Added na lahat ng mga kailangan niya. Review natin. So review natin to. Landing page. Custom fields, yan, the tags, trigger links, automation, okay naman. And initial tag, landing page. Email confirmation, yes. And then that's it. Okay. And then, okay na. Create na natin. So, create shared snapshots. Load lang natin, guys. Check na natin, meron na ba? Uy, wala pa. Um, it will be sent via email naman. My snapshot. Ayan, eto na pala. Create new account, refresh. So, bakit ayaw? Wait lang, paano nga kunin yung ano? Yung sharing link? No. Di ba dapat dito, ito, di ba? Copy, copy share link. Let's wait lang for a few minutes. Baka nag-ano pa yan, naglo-loading. Question daw from JC. Pwede ba to i-add sa workflow na ginawa mo kanina? Sige nga, bro. Contact, enable, disable, DND. Saan na part to, bro? Sa 2.0, trigger. Ginawa ko tong trigger. Automatic kasi, automatic na kapag i-click nila yung unsubscribe link, automatic na matatag sila as DND. Automatic yun na matatag sila as DND. So regardless kung saan man dun sa dalawa, kung unsubscribe sila sa email or nagkaroon sila ng DND tag, like example, manual. Manual lang na tinurn on yung DND dun sa contacts. So papasok pa din siya dun sa workflow. Hay nako. Wala ah. Hindi talaga. Ayaw ata tong pang ano guys, pamigay. Tama ba? Current. Tama naman, current. Ba't ayaw i... Ang daming snapshots oh. Wait lang. Bakit nila binago? How to share snapshot. Check ko lang guys. Kasi hindi lumalabas dun sa share snapshot yung ginawa nating bagong snapshot. How to share snapshot. Binago na. So, where's the... Di ba ito dapat, di ba? Yan, no? So, wala naman siyang restriction. Tapos, bakit ayaw mag-share? Ito pala guys, sorry. My bad. Dapat naka-scroll, scroll right. Yan. Share snapshot. Let's go. Yan, dapat naka-asset protection. One-time email share link, get agency restricted, sub-account restricted, marketplace. Marketplace ba natin? Jari is doon. Hindi ako alam ano yung marketplace. So, get link, ito lang. Get link, and then copy-paste ko lang, and then paste dito. So, this is the snapshot link for the double opt-in. So, wag nyo lang pansinin tong ano, yung mga affiliates that it will not be added to the existing account ni client if ever meron. And then if you would like to request this snapshot to your sub account, to your training account, just message Funnel Genie support page sa Facebook. All right. So aside from this question, meron ba kayong question so far? Coach, may question ako. Di ko masyado narinig kanina regarding sa reactivation. Sige bro, ano yun bro? Jason.
Yes po, coach. Doon po sa process doon sa reactivation. So, after ma-verify ng contacts,
Mm-mm.
ang isi-send po ba sa kanila is yung form through SMS or email na rin para, syempre, di ba kailangan yung details nila. Ganun po ba yung process noon, coach?
Yes, oo. Isisendan sila nung first parang invitation email.
Mm.
Tas, yung invitation email, ganito siya dapat bro para mas mataas talaga yung
Mm.
delivery. So, click mo lahat nung yan. Tapos, mas maganda naka-email template. So, send email. And then, yung email template, let's say for example, invitation email. Like example, ito. Ito yung email. So, ang gagawin mo dyan, yan, lalagay mo yung from name and from email. So, from name, JV, funnels. Dito naman, team at mail.jvfunnels.site. Ayan. Tapos, lalagay mo yung subject line, subscribe to our newsletter here. Tapos, instead na send all at once, mas maganda na naka-drip mode. So sa drip mode, pwede 10 batches o select time ka, pwede today na, 'di ba? Tapos yan, confirm let's say today now dapat daw um, pass dapat siguro 30 confirm. So how many batches yung sinesend? So ang maganda dito is 7 every 2 minutes. Pero kung masyadong konti lang yung 7, pwede ka up to 15. So pwede mong gawin dito for now as i-practice 7 batch, repeat every 2 minutes. So ang gagawin ng drip campaign is magsisend siya ng 7 emails lang per every 2 minutes. Unlike kasi kung isi-send all at once mo or i-blast email mo siya, lahat nung example, 50,000 yung contact list, 'di ba? So in just one send, sa lahat na sila like parang hindi na warm up yung email mo, tapos magsisend ka kaagad sa maraming contacts. So there's definitely yung performance niyan hindi ganoon kaganda. Now kung i-drip mode mo siya, let's say for example 7 or 15 contacts every 2 minutes. So matatapos siya within siguro mga 4 to 5 hours. So kung 4 to 5 hours matatapos, staggered yung pag-send ng emails. So, even if your dedicated domain hindi na warm up, okay lang kasi paunti-unti pag-send ng email compared to just one time 50K kaagad na emails yung isi-send ng dedicated domain. So, if you compare the send all at once versus the drip campaign, definitely yung drip campaign is the better way to send the emails, especially kapag cold emails. 'Di ba? Kapag cold emails or first time nila masendan ng email sa GHL. So, dun sa email mo naman, nasi-send mo dito, andun yung like subscribe to our to our newsletter in this link. Tapos ilalagay mo yung link, yung landing page link dun sa first na yan, newsletter. So dapat ito yung andun sa first na newsletter. So once they see, so maganda dito, yun nga, para mas maging effective yung campaign, maganda na meron kayong ibibigay na lead magnet. So like if you would like to subscribe to our newsletter, you will get a free guide on how to boost your email marketing delivery up to 200%. Get the free guide today. So that's the time they will sign up to the form and then yung double opt-in process will be activated. Ayun siya, bro. Okay ba yung...
One question,
Who makes
last question,
managing?
coach.
Yes, bro.
Recommended ba yung din nung gamitin itong parang email campaign para merong option to A/B test?
A/B test for ano yung isa pang
Pag email campaign kasi coach, di ba merong A/B test doon na pwedeng i-test yung headline which kung ano yung mas mataas yung magiging CTR or yung open rate doon.
For the A/B test, I suggest that part after warm up na. Kasi 'di ba, mahirap i-A/B test yung isang email kung hindi naman siya na-deliver sa inbox. 'Di ba? Mahirap mo makuha yung right na performance or result or data if the emails is delivered sa spam or even sa promotion. So kung masisend sila directly sa contacts, mas accurate yung magiging A/B test. So for me, maganda gawin yung A/B test after, let's say, after a week or after the initial opt-in process, double opt-in process. Tapos yung next na mga emails, dun mo na gagawin yung A/B testing. But yes, your question regarding A/B test, maganda din siyang gawin for sales emails. For marketing emails, especially marketing
Who
emails.
makes managing?
Ayan.
Thank you po, coach.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for the question, bro. Sige, Ma'am Marilu. Ano po yun, Ma'am Marilu?
Coach, di ba sa narinig po ako?
Yes po, rinig po. Loud and clear.
So, kunyari coach, like, di ba meron ding ramp up model 100, 250, 500, di ba parang may ramp up model din sila in sending?
Oh, yeah. Yes
So,
po.
let's say for example, I have 2,000 contacts and then magra-ramp up ako tapos gusto ko siyang i-drip. Paano yung work around nun? Let's say for example, for this day, so meaning magiging, kung i-drip mode ko siya, magiging consistent lang. Let's say for example, for the day, ang isi-send lang is 200, tapos the following day, 200. Kasi mas advisable yata na parang ganon, di ba?
Yes, oo. Maganda
so,
din yan.
Hindi siya parang gusto ko sana coach, let's say for mag-drip ako ng day na to, 200 and the following day, pwede na ako mag 300. Paano yung work around ng ganon? Kaso naka-drip siya eh. Kaya lang, di ba, consistency kasi sa drip mode ng number of contacts na isi-send, number of emails na isi-send mo. Parang ganun din yung scenario ko sa SMS coach eh. Di ba kasi ang SMS coach din, meron din siyang ramp up mode contacts na pagsisend. Kaya lang, meron din silang ang case nila din sa help docs nila. Yung parang, for the first day, pwede kang mag-send, let's say yung limit mo everyday is 200. Tapos the following day, i-off nila kasi kunyari kung nagsistart ka pa lang, ma-disable yung sending mo. Tapos the third day, magsisend ulit sila, i-allowed ka ulit mag-send ng ganitong, let's say 300. Tapos off na naman the following day. Tapos paano ko siya as a drip? Di ba kung i-drip ko nga siya kasi meron akong automation na nakadrip siya, ganyan-ganyan. Paano yung work around na kunyari mag-increase yung sending ko?
Okay. So, let's say for example, one email, that's 50,000 contacts. Tas gusto mo siyang i-staging yung pag-send ng emails. So, ang gagawin ko diyan, i-compute ko. Example, for 1,000 max for today. So, ilan ba 1,000 divided by, let's say, kung hours, 24 hours.
Oo, okay.
Pwede siyang ganon. 1,000 divided by 24 hours. So, how much ba yan? So, yun yung magiging number
Per-
of dito sa ano.
Kasi let's say for example, i-drip ko is like one day 50 batch or let's say 100 kasi 100 per day, 100 batch tapos one day. Nakalagay doon, 'di ba? May nakalagay na drip.
Mm.
Then so meaning sabihin kung may 1,000 ako, so ilang parang 100 'yon every day, 'di ba po? Yung parang ganun yung sending niya. Kasi 100 per day ka lang eh. Kaya lang,
Mm.
parang gusto kong for this day, 100, tomorrow,
200.
200, the following hanggang mag-increase siya matapos yung 1,000.
Oh, let's try automation daw kung possible ba yan. Kung meron bang
Wala,
search.
yung option kasi parang para din sa SMS din siya, coach eh. Parang
Oo.
kaya yun, na mag-stop siya ng kinabukasan ko yan, mag-send ako ngayon ng 200 SMS. Tapos mag-stop siya bukas. Tapos magsisend ulit sila ng parang paano kaya yun Parang
Mm.
kasi nakalagay
That's
sa help docs nila, coach eh, kapag bago, ganun yung setup eh, na first day 100 or let's say 200, the following day i-disable nila. Tapos, paano ko kaya yun isi-set up pag
I think that one is ano kasi medyo mahigpit sa SMS. Medyo mahigpit sa SMS kaya required siya na merong limit per day kapag bago pa lang nabili yung phone number and bago pa lang na set up yung automation. Pero pag email, the number one factor para maganda yung delivery, I think it's not the number of emails sent per day. It's the activity, engagement dun sa mga email na sinesend mo. So if there sorry, ano yun? Ay, wait. So if there are responses, if there are button clicks, wait lang, imit lang natin. If there are responses or reply dun sa email or if someone open the email, click the button, yun yung magiging signal na okay or maganda yung reputation ng email dun sa mga list na sinesendan niya. Sinendan niya ng emails. Unlike sa SMS na regulated talaga na meron lang max per day para ma-avoid yung spamming. Sa email kasi, automatic na kapag masyado kang maraming sinesend, mapupunta talaga sa spam. Pero sa SMS kasi, hindi siya ganun ka-advance yung detection ng spam. Most of the time, like wala namang, 'di ba, wala namang spam folder sa SMS. Unlike kay email na merong spam folder. So kay email, it's not necessary na kung gaano karami yung sinesend per day. But ang gustong mangyari ng email na even if you're sending 50,000 emails per day, tapos bago pa lang yung domain, merong activities doon sa mga email na sinesend mo. Merong button clicks, merong opening ng email, merong responses, especially mga good response. Tsaka, of course, initially, naka-drip mode para hindi magulat yung server na, ay, ang dami kaagad sinend, one day old pa lang yung dedicated domain. So for my understanding, tingin ko ganun siya sa email. That's why they don't have the stagger out yung parang 100, 200, 300 per day na email sending. Pero ang meron sila is yung warm up, itong warm up progress na 1,000 emails today, I think up to 1 week. Tapos nag-i-increase yung numbers after a week. Umabot na siya ng 5,000, 10,000, 20,000.
How about sa SMS, coach? May idea ka?
Sa SMS, ano lang talaga, hayaan lang talaga siya na ay dapat 100 lang talaga sa
Per day?
per 100 for today, nag-i-increase naman 'yan every day, yung daily limit. Kapag nahihit mo yung daily limit, nag-i-increase siya the next day, the next day.
Yeah, I mean, coach, parang gusto ko rin siyang i-drip.
Pwede din. Meron ding drip mode for
Yeah.
SMS.
Pwede ko
Pero
siyang
hindi siya
i-drip.
ganun sa the
Oo,
way
hindi siya,
na
parang lang talaga siya, same yung number niya, no? Hindi pwedeng
same.
the following day kasi yung drip mode nga, consistent yung contacts na isi-send niya. Walang option kasi na pwede kang parang logic na if ganito, the following day, pwede mo increase ng 10. Kasi kung ibubulk mo siyang send doon lahat, matik yun, di ba? Naka-ready na yun, magsisend na siya ng kusa. Pero consistent yung number of sending ng SMS, no?
Yeah. Oo. Siguro
Tapos,
merong workaround na automation yan, Ma'am Marilu, pero ano siya, kailangan pa din siya ng manual intervention. Iniisip ko na, for first day, example, meron kang 20,000 contacts.
mm-mm,
First day, kung sino lang yung aabot ng 100, lalagyan mo ng tag. If the email, if the SMS is receive or, yan, if
eh,
SMS is receive, add tag. So, lagyan mo ng if else, if meron na silang tag na ganun, mariremove na sila sa workflow. So the next naman, example 200 na yung limit for the next day, yun naman yung mag-aagda ng another tag. And then the third day naman, another tag, then mariremove yung meron ng tag for the next hanggang umabot siya nung gaano nakadami yung limit na kayang isend nung SMS. So tingin ko ganun yung pwedeng gawing warm-up process pero yun nga, hindi ko siya ma-confirm personally kasi hindi ko pa naman siya na-try. Pero as an idea, siguro pwede mong use that as a workaround sa automation.
okay, Coach. Thank you, Pose.
Thank you, Ma'am Marilu. You have an interesting na ano.
Meron pa akong question about SAS, Coach.
Sige, sige,
Later.
balikan natin yung SAS mamaya.
Yes po,
Unahin natin muna
later.
si Jopet. Thank you, Ma'am Marilu. Coach, not sure if it's already discussed kasi late me, but question lang regarding warm up. How many days or how many emails sent na masasabi na warm up na or indicated na warm up na ang email address mo? Eto, meron si JHL, meron silang features for that. Just go to your dedicated domain. Eto, for example, di ba, dito tayo. So go to your dedicated domain, and dedicated domain and IP, and then, and you can see here automatic warm up in progress stage 1. So let me show you kung anong itsura nung mga ginamit namin. Pero hindi namin to na-apply before guys eh. Tingnan natin kung ano yung, oh hindi pa nga siya nag-start ng warm up eh. Pero this is already a dedicated domain used for more than a year. So, tsaka meron na din yung Google Postmaster, yung dalawa. Hindi lang talaga siya nag-reflect dito kasi bago pa lang yung I mean, na-set up na to before nag-update yung feature. Yan, seconds. Pero ano yun, yun yung analytics or yung warm up in progress. Ngayon lang siya ngayon lang siya lumabas. So that's the way how you can identify kung okay na ba yung warm up progress nung dedicated domain mo, Jopeth. Thank you din. Yes, Ma'am Marilu, ano yung question for SAS? And also guys, meron pa ba kayong question about email, double opt-in and email hygiene? Yes po, Ma'am Marilu, go po.
Okay. Coach, kasi yung client ko, meron siyang AUD na
What's the
task plan,
AUD?
Australian currency.
Yeah.
Di ba may stripe ka, Coach?
Yes po.
Tapos, ang ginawa ko, Coach, in-add ko siya doon sa USD niya na current na sub account, yung plan. So, bali, ang SAS plan niya is may USD currency, may yung sa Australian din.
Mhm.
So, ang ginawa ko, Coach, kapag nag-create ako ng coupon, kasi may coupon na ako for USD, and then gusto kong mag-create ng EUD kasi meron din siyang parang discount na ganitong amount kapag in-attach ko siya doon sa SAS plan na Australian yung dollar.
Price,
Kaya lang, Coach, di ba, Coach, hindi naman multi ang sub-account currency. Isang current kumbaga,
Yep.
kung USD lang yan. So, kinreate ko siya, Coach, nakalagay doon yung USD. Kunyari, 135 AUD dapat. Kaya lang, wala ka namang option doon, drop down, na pwede mong pagpipilian. Kasi nga isang ano lang siya currency. Possible po ba na yung 135 kapag inattach ko siya sa SAS plan na Australian currency, magiging kapag nag-check out sila, it would be 135 AUD?
Yes, automatic, let's see.
Magki-carry
Yeah.
over siya kahit naka-USD siya. Tingnan, kasi yung ano, USD lang yung coupon code na amount fix kasi ayaw nga niya ng percentage kasi iba-iba yung amount niya. Kaya lang
Yun lang.
nagdadalawang isip ako kasi naka-USD siya, naka-USD. Pag nag-create ako ng coupon doon sa ano sa payment,
It will still be, ito kasi percentage ba to? Hindi to percentage. Okay. So, hindi ako sure if ever
kung
na
mag-carry over siya, no?
makikarry over um, yung kung ano yung currency na inilagay sa
Kasi
coupon.
sinendan niya ako na may bot kasi siya. Sinendan niya ako na, sabi ng bot pwede daw. Pero pinakita ko nga sa kanya, yun din yung ano ko sa kanya na, so hindi ako sure if this 135, kasi nga sabi ko walang AUD, USD lang to. So I'm not sure if this 135 will carry over as Australian dollar kapag inattach ko siya sa SAS plan na Australian dollar. Yun yung ano ko, so not sure. Yung sabi ko, yun pa yung i-question ko. Kasi nga, sabi niya, mali ba tong sinabi ng bot? Kasi may help desk siya eh. Na, sabi ka dun sa help desk, yeah, you can, ganyan, ganyan. Pero nung tiningnan ko naman, paano naman siya? Man is USD lang yan. Kunyari, 135 EUD. Tapos naka-USD yung sa coupon kasi fixed amount siya. And then, i-attach ko siya doon sa SAS plan na Australian dollar. Ang ano ko is magki-carry over ba siya as Australian dollar kapag mag-minus na siya, mag-discount na siya? May load check bang ganon? Kasi wala din. Yan, USD lang yan eh. Kasi kung naka-USD yung sub-account mo.
Yeah. Wala nga. Hindi nga siya wala
Oo.
ngang drop down to
To
change
change
the
with. Kasi nga, hindi
currency.
multi-currency ang sub-account. Hindi siya support ng multi-currency. So, yung isang tapos coach, sabi nito, kasi maano kasi to aking tapos yung mga taxes coach. Ikaw coach, meron ka di ba na-try mo na bang mag-configure ng parang taxes? Paano mag-add ng tax sa Stripe? Sa Stripe mo ba i-configure 'yon?
Meron po dito
Sa
sa
Stripe.
settings. Yun, settings and then taxes.
Pero kung hindi rin siya multi-coach, no?
Hindi rin. One fix, siya?
Oo.
Fix.
Kung USD lang siya.
Yeah.
Yan din ipapaano niya sa akin kung may way out daw ba, ganyan. Kaya ang ano ko sa kanya, so ang tax,
Or pwede mong i-turn on. Try mo tong automatic taxes.
where's that? Enabled automatic. Oo nga no.
So
Hindi
try
mo
mo
ba
to ba?
na-try coach? Like say for example, ganyan na, kunyari may client kang US, nag-invoice ka and then may current local client kang invoice, ganyan?
Hindi ko pa to na-try na i-enable yung
Oh.
taxes sa ano. Bali, majority of the taxes is sa ano pa,
Ito.
sa agency pa siya na dideduct, hindi dun sa customer.
Pero sa Stripe coach, pwedeng doon, mag-configure ng taxes
I think, oo.
sa
Pero
mga
hindi ko pa siya
products.
na-try.
Hindi mo pa
Pwedeng
rin.
mag-configure ng taxes doon.
Tsaka ba sa Stripe multi-currency din siya?
Yes, pero I'm not sure kung magre-reflect siya sa Go High level.
So, ang isa sa inano ko sa kanya coach is ang isa sa suggestion ko sa kanya, mag-create siya ng another agency sub-account na AUD.
Yun nga yung gusto kong ano. Oo.
Kasi yun yung binigay ko sa kanya, kaya lang sabi nga niya, if I can find answer na pwede lang naming ilagay sa isang sub-account para daw yung workflow, yung mga things na gano'n, isang anuhan lang sa workflow lang sa isang sub-account.
Totoo
Kaya
rin.
ko noon pa, sinadjust ko na sa kanya na why not create a sub-account, agency sub-account na ang ano lang doon is EUD para sa future mga promos mo, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, yung main sales page niya is USD. Somewhat i-attach lang doon yung link, 'di ba, yung mga checkout pages. 'Di ba pwede naman
Mhm.
yun, coach? Link lang naman yun eh. Kunyari kung mag-create
Pwede.
ko ng checkout page sa
Yes.
AUD sub-account na sales page, yung checkout doon link, i-attach ko na lang doon sa USD niya na
Yes. Tapos
main
yung
page.
pipelines, automation, pwede mong isend dun sa isang sub-account. Sa main sub-account.
Oo, yung gagawin yung mga workflows na yun, ikakopy ko lang sa isang sub-account doon, pero papalitan ko lang ng AUD. Tama po ba yung idea ko?
Pwedeng ganun pero matrabaho siya.
Oo nga,
Super.
kaya nga sabi niya, if we can make it in a one sub-account na work para hindi na daw magano ng workflow, kaya lang, paano ko naman siya gagawin? Kung isa nga lang, isang support
Ano
nga
bang
lang.
ano bang main market ninyo?
Ang inano niya kasi is USD, pero Australian siya eh. Kaya meron din siyang, ay doon sa kanya, meron din siyang AUD. Yung,
USD na lang. Para wala nang ano. Yun nga sa Funnel Genie, 'di ba?
oo.
Even for local clients, USD yung pricing natin. Kasi they
Mm,
are not supporting multiple currency pa.
yeah,
Bakit
yeah.
natin pahirapan yung sarili natin?
Maarte kasi siya, coach. As in, alam mo ba, nakaapat na akong palit-palit ng SaaS pricing niya. Every week akong nagpapalit, coach, ng mga inclusions. Wait,
Mahirap yan.
buti na lang
Stuck sa
mabait
ano,
siya.
na-stuck kayo sa loop nung update. Pero meron na bang pumapasok na client so far?
May mga,
As client?
ano naman siya, di ba may mga kajabi nga siyang mga clients na ano
Ah,
niya,
tina-transfer.
ita-transfer niya doon sa ano niya. Yun nga, so meaning talaga, hindi talaga siya, no, yung
Hindi pa
ganun.
possible as of now. And you can probably confirm sa JHL support if you can contact them.
Sabagay,
To, conf-
mag-jump. Oo.
to confirm kasi sa setup namin USD lahat para
Oo,
wala
para,
nang sakit
no,
sa
wala
ulo.
kang peso.
Wala kaming peso.
Okay
Peso na lang
po.
siya kapag mag-charge na sa card.
Mm-mm.
Doon na siya mag-automatic peso conversion.
Oh.
And then we are targeting local clients na ngayon, so doesn't matter talaga siya if USD.
Oo, kasi yun ang universal, kumbaga, kahit ano. Siya kasi mayroon pa siyang USD, mayroon pang AUD. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Tapos iba-iba pa yung pricing non coach ha. Iba-iba. Hindi, di ba hindi dapat i-convert mo lang? Kung pwede
Oo.
nga sana i-convert na lang yung AUD to dollar rate, di ba? So
Oo.
dollar rate ka na lang. Ayaw, hindi, ayaw.
Sakit sa ulo niyan. Sakit kausap niyan.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Ma'am Marilu. USD talaga standard DHL. Oo, USD talaga. Tsaka wala pa silang multi-currency. Kasi guys, ang mahirap sa multi-currency, um, yung mga payment integrations, yung mga payment gateways na pwede mong i-connect sa JHL. Hindi kasi lahat sila activated or pwede din yung multi-currency. Yung Stripe ngayon, pwede, pero yun nga, imagine, kung gagamit ka ng payment integration aside from Stripe, tapos multi-currency yung go high level, so magkakaroon ng discrepancy in terms of the numbers, like example, mga first payment is peso, second payment is USD. Tapos yung payment integration na gamit mo or yung payment gateway, hindi available yung multi-currency sa kanya. Tapos ginawa mo sa JHL multi-currency. So di ba magkakaroon ng discrepancy nun. About money yan. So mahirap gawin yun. About pera yan. About pera yan eh. Kung magkakaroon ng discrepancy, tas it's about money. Malaking problema yun. So I think yan yung reason ni JHL why they made it simple lang. Ano ba yan, Angelo? Part A, Part B?
Part B na
Bro,
coach.
Part B na?
Oo.
Sige,
Pagbalik ko,
G.
pa-Vietnam kasi ako bukas.
Sige. Um,
Message na lang.
okay. Ato guys, also, not just for Angelo, but for everyone. Guys, I'm opening um, my slot, my calendar for next week sa mga magpapaano dyan. If you want a one-on-one call with me, strategy call for your JHL career, business, kung gusto mo nang mag-agency, mag-SaaS, or if you just want to go back to our training na na-stuck ka somewhere, and then gusto mong malaman, so coach, saan ba ako magsisimula? All of those things. Then, or even if you're done with the portfolio, you're looking for jobs, or if you're not done yet, then here's a calendar. Yan. Gusto ko itong i-share sa mga active eh. So, sa inyo na andito, meron tayong one-on-one, 15 minutes to 30 minutes na consultation call. Full for this platform, for you guys, for your time, attention, and for being here. So, let's do this. Thank you everyone. Have a great weekend.